you don't get gold to start with.
I believe if you choose not to buy gear, you don't get gold. But I'm looking just to double check that. Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back. We're back. We got some of the cameras fixed. We're fixing some. I think we got most of the cameras fixed, and we're just fixing some stuff here. What am I looking at? Palette. I'm sorry I don't have all the answers, guys. I'm working on it.
Fudge nugget.
I'm gonna Google this.
So I just type in like 1 leather armor, 1 simple weapon.
Yeah.
I got 2 longswords because I'm a dual wielder. I'm gonna chop you up, chop you up, chop you up.
So if we pick martial weapon or simple weapon, do we get to pick what it is, or is it just like I have a weapon?
You get to pick what it is.
Okay.
If a player takes the suggested starting equipment,
I am going to be oh my gosh, a dragonborn fighter. That is my class, for those asking.
And me, Trey, I am a tiefling ranger with a beastmaster focus.
I'm a dark elf warlock.
I'm a half elf paladin.
I'm a game master. I'm a god basically.
I'm gonna be a dual wielding fighter though, so I'm gonna have 2 longswords because I'm a dual wielder because that's what I do. Dual wield things.
So wait, can I start off with? It says mounts and other animals, and it says mastiff. So could I start off with an animal, or do I just have to like hold?
Says
off?
You're all elf warlocks. Yeah, we have to fix that. That's a thing in progress.
We didn't know what we were gonna play when we started it, so we just set it as the elf warlock. We're gonna adjust it later. Trey, no, you cannot pick an animal right off the bat. You don't have that.
So, I thought I read somewhere it was like you
have to hit level 3 first.
Wait 8 hours in order for.
I'm gonna go with and just because I'm the game master, and to make this simple, everyone gets their starting wealth.
Yay!
Everybody gets what?
Whatever their starting wealth is.
Yeah.
Oh, so I get my gold?
Yes.
Or let's say this way: if you let's scratch that. Back it up.
No,
Whatever if you took the suggested items, you get half of your starting wealth.
Okay.
That's fair.
I think that's fair.
Yep. I will be okay with this.
Boltzilla says, I've been a fighter, druid, and a bard. I've always wanted to play a druid and a bard, actually. But I've been a barbarian, a fighter, a warlock, and a sorcerer. Or no, I wasn't a warlock. I was just a sorcerer. I played something else too, I thought. Oh, a ranger. I played a ranger. That was the first character I played in 5th edition. All right, let me pull up the character sheet here. Oh, I closed it. We'll pull up Trevor's.
Short bow.
As per typical Trevor style, it's like neatly arranged already. Son of a bitch! What?
Sweet, so it says ammunition.
Yeah.
Range, it says 80, 30, or 80 and then 320.
Where do you see that, sorry?
So, like under short bow for equipment?
Yeah. Let me
short
pull
bow
that
says ammunition, and then it says range 80 out of like 320. So it's like, is my ammunition the 320?
No, so I gotta remember exactly how that works. One is considered, everything before that is short range. And everything, I think everything up to 80 is short range. And then everything further than 80 and before 320 is long range. And I gotta double check how that works, because that actually gets into the nitty gritty of the rules. And ammo is gonna be I'm not gonna make you keep track of your ammunition right now. You're just learning the game. I'm not gonna do that.
Sure?
Like,
I mean, that's fine.
no, not right now. I think once we complete this first thing, then we'll start keeping track of your ammunition.
Okay.
And for weight, when we do decide to start doing weight and stuff, you want to, in order not to be over encumbered, it's 15 times your strength modifier, I think, or not
That's how much
modifier.
stuff
It's
you can carry.
15 times your strength. Period. I think. Yeah. I can't remember. I gotta double check on that one. I think that's under the equipment, which is at the beginning, and I gotta check out the long range versus short range thing. Choosing equipment. 15. Try not to purchase equipment with a total weight in pounds exceeding your strength score times 15. Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, Faultzilla. So you played way back. You probably played during 3rd edition then. Whereas we're playing 5th edition. This will be 5th edition. Which a lot of people I've heard say 5th edition is really good. I played 4th edition is when I came in. And everyone says that 4th edition is terrible. So there you go. What was the other thing I was looking up? The long range thing. Long range versus short range, I'm sure is in the glossary in the back.
What do the numbers stand for in your name, Mally?
What are you talking about?
Well, how about
Mally 1324?
Numbers I wore in basketball.
Oh, you played the sports?
the
Yeah,
weapon
I do
property?
the shooty hoops.
The sports?
the shooty hoops.
195. I think all of us played
I
sports,
always
right?
wore either 13 or 24.
Wow.
Trey, did you play sports?
I did.
What'd you play?
I played
Tennis.
practically everything. Yeah, I did tennis,
Did you do tennis?
basketball,
It was-
football. I forget what else.
Yeah, Jersey is right.
A
So
lot.
80 to 320 is disadvantage. The way so in 5th edition there's advantage and disadvantage. If you have advantage on someone, you roll 2d20s, or whatever the dice roll you're supposed to make, and you take the higher of the two. If you roll disadvantage, you roll 2d20s or whatever you have to roll, and you take the lower of the two.
Okay.
But you're not, dude. But that's a
Okay.
short bow too. That's a short bow. But if you want to check that, it is on page 195 of the rule book.
Someone dying over there?
No, I'm trying to see the division between like on the roll 20 thing under
Thank you,
weapons,
Jersey.
like simple and martial just run together, so I had to scroll back up and see where it separated. So because I get one simple melee weapon, so I'm just gonna do a hand axe.
I thought you said your name was Mally. Hey-o! Get it? He gets a simple melee. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, we got it, Zach. It just wasn't funny.
Okay.
Let's see.
I am done buying things.
You're done buying things? Did you put them in your equipment bar?
I did not.
You don't have to do it right
What's a
this second.
glaive?
Glaive is a Oh shit, I know this.
I've heard it before. I just don't know.
It's what demon hunters use.
Do they?
Yep.
Like from Diablo or from what?
Warcraft.
Oh yes, a glaive is yes, you're right.
I can use a whip.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Tim, your TV's on.
Indiana Jones over here.
What do you mean by
Oh,
what?
there's a trident. I wish I had a trident that I didn't have to throw. Oh wait, this says thrown, and then there's a versatile one.
You can pretty much
Where's that
throw
this-
any weapon. It's just some weapons aren't meant to be
Let my
thrown.
TV be, okay? It was just
So-
doing its little thing.
So this and the trident it says thrown, comma versatile. What is that?
I think that means, and I gotta double check on the keywords there, but I'm fairly certain
So,
that means that you can
I
either
mean-
throw it or you can use it as a spear to stab with.
Because this says thrown range 20 dash 60, and then versatile it says 1d8. So I'm assuming that's how you use it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Versatile. This weapon can be used with one or two hands. A damage value in
okay.
parentheses appears with the property. The damage when the weapon is used with two hands Wait. A damage value in parentheses appears with the property. The damage when the weapon is used with 2 hands to make a melee attack. Okay, so if it's 1 hand, you throw it. Or if it's 2 hands, you're making a melee attack, is the way that sounds.
Okay.
Let me just double check that, though. With the whip... well, I mean, if you have a martial... Yeah, you can do that. You can totally do that. What's the range on it? Does it have reach? Oh, it has reach. So if you look at page... Well, you don't have the book, but, for those that do, on page 147, 146, 147, they have all the different weapon keywords. Reach adds 5 feet to your reach when you attack with it. So basically, I believe all melee weapons have an attack range of 5 feet. So that one has an attack range of 10.
Okay. So if I'm looking at short swords, it says finesse and light, and I can have 2 martial weapons. So if I choose 2 short swords, can I dual wield?
As a paladin, I don't think you have a proficiency in dual wielding. I've got to look up dual wielding to know. But as a paladin, you shine with like a one-handed weapon and a shield.
A big shield.
And a shield?
Yeah, and like a big shield.
Okay. So, because this says...
I think you take a... Go ahead, sorry, I'm sorry.
So I get 2 martial weapons. Does that mean that I should pick a sword and shield? Or is shield separate?
Where does it say that? You get to pick. You get to pick either a martial weapon and a shield, or 2 martial weapons. You have to decide whether you want 2 martial weapons or a martial weapon and a shield.
Is there a style of shield, or is it just a shield?
It just says a shield. You're proficient with all shields. So, there are more than just... I thought there were more than just, like, a singular shield. But under armor, it's just saying shield. And it gives you a +2 to your armor class. But, I mean, you can always find magic shields and stuff, which I am going to be talking to you guys about. Like, I at one point, there are going to be special quests just for your characters that I'm going to work into our plot line and stuff. Like, it's gonna surround you guys. It's gonna work around you guys. Don't worry.
Okay.
As someone who likes to make shit up. It's your choice, though, whether you want to be super tanky or not.
What do you guys think I should do? A short sword and a shield, or 2 martial weapons?
We don't have anybody with a shield right now.
My opinion is a blunt weapon and a shield, like a mace and a shield. Or a sword and a shield. But a shield.
Do a shield?
Yeah. For whatever reason, I like maces a lot. And I think, whenever I think of paladins or clerics, I think shield.
I'm sorry, where do I put in, like, items that I bought?
On your, are you looking at your character sheet?
Yeah, I'm looking at my character sheet.
At the very bottom, like, the middle long box. At the bottom, it says equipment of that box.
Okay.
You can hit the plus marker, and then you can add what items you have.
Okay.
And then, above that is attacks and spell casting. You can actually add the weapon that you have. If you hit the plus marker, that's going to get overwhelming, though. I know you guys are going to be like, wait, what? God damn.
I'm put in all my items that I have.
Yeah. Just start with that. I might have to sit down with you guys, because this is a lot for me. Like, I'm looking at the, Oh, Trevor, did you just, like, kick me out of that?
Huh?
Oh, no, you didn't. Okay. Wait, I am on Trevor's screen. So Trevor's got, like, simple weapon, 2 daggers, leather armor. Oh, you took 2 daggers, huh? Bolts, a light crossbow. But so, like, Trevor, right above where you have your equipment, if you hit that plus bar,
okay,
you can put in, like, your light crossbow. Can you see that I'm typing in there?
no.
Okay, but you can, like, put your light crossbow. You can select, where it says attack, you can select, what damage modifier it takes. which a light crossbow is going to be a dexterity. Let me just double check that, but I'm 100%. Yeah, so it's 1d8 piercing. But that's going to be your dex. Any ranged attack is a dex modifier, yeah. You're not... Are you proficient in that? Yeah, you are, because you are a... whatchamacallit?
The thing.
What's the range on a light crossbow? 80? Damage for that is 1d8. I'm gonna fill your thing out so you can see like what it is. Plus your dex. Plus something, and it's piercing type. Let's see, this actually has like interest.
Oops, sorry. Damn it.
And so then hitting that. Oh, I forgot to add the name. My bad. Light crossbow. So it's not all filled out, Trevor.
Okay.
But if you look, can you see that I added an item to your attacks
Yep.
and spellcasting? So you can use a light crossbow for +2, and it's a you get a +2 to the attack, and it's 1d8 piercing.
Okay. So when I'm hitting that in chat, or when you're hitting that in chat, it's basically like auto.
Huh?
Like we both just hit that in chat. The light crossbow.
Oh, is it
So
popping
that-
up in chat?
Yeah. So is that like a shortcut, like an auto roll kind of thing?
Let me try. Yep.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know what the 8 and the 6 are.
Yeah. No idea.
Let me look here. 1d. Oh, that's your 2 hit. So the first one is to hit, and the second one is your damage. I think,
Okay.
or maybe that's advantage disadvantage. I think that might be advantage disadvantage.
Okay, I put all my stuff in.
We'll fuck with that later, Trevor. I'll figure out what that is.
Okay.
This is roll 20 Foltzilla. We've not I just learned about it. Like I've known about it for a while, but I just started using it
shit,
today.
1500 bits, dude. That's awesome.
Oh shit.
Hey
Thanks,
Jersey,
man.
thank you for the
Thank
bits,
you.
man. I'm sorry, man.
Woo! Woo!
Oh shit, I don't have alerts set up in this scene.
Wow.
That's fine.
I'm sorry.
We have to do a manual alert.
Uh,
Just have to. Tim, flash your hue lights.
Okay, I can do this, guys.
Tim, flash your hue lights.
Hang on.
I'm gonna set it up. Give me a second here.
We're gonna have some party time in here, guys. Get ready. Wait, I'm not connected. It's gonna be a delayed.
Just say Google, turn on my lights and do things. Can't you do that?
That's exact. Turn on the lights and do things.
Okay, Google, do things.
Hang on. Here we go.
touch.
Woo, Jersey, go. Go, Jersey. Woo, Jersey, go. Woo.
Come on, guys, we gotta dance.
There we go.
Okay, so I have to choose a holy symbol.
Yeah, in order to cast spells, you need to have a holy symbol.
I think I
Okay, so
wanna
this
just
doesn't
clip
say
Tim.
anything about like the symbol itself. Like I don't know what I'm looking at. It says like
I love these freaking lights.
a glyph triggers, and I have to pick an effect.
Hang on 1 second, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I'm adding this alert.
That should be our video that pops up whenever someone donates bits. Is just Tim dancing.
Just
with his
make a
lights.
gif of Tim with the lights flashing.
Yeah.
It can be done.
Holy
You have
symbols.
my permission,
Okay,
my
holy
friend.
symbols. Where are you looking at exactly? Sorry.
I'm on the roll 20 for symbol. It's where like I clicked the link,
Oh my
Okay.
god.
holy symbol, and it sent me there.
I'm looking at some of my like highest level spells, and one of them is power word kill. Jesus.
He just starts bum rushing you, and you're just like, kill. And he
Kill.
just drops dead,
God.
and slides towards your feet.
For the
Dang.
holy symbol, you can holy symbol is a representation of a god or pantheon. It might be an amulet depicting a symbol representing a deity, the same symbol carefully engraved or inlaid as an emblem on a shield, or a tiny box holding a fragment of a sacred relic. Appendix B lists the symbols. Cleric or paladin can use a holy symbol as a spell casting focus, as described in chapter 10. Use the symbol in this way. The caster must hold it in hand, wear it visibly, or bear it on your shield. If you got a shield, I would just say your holy symbols on your shield. That makes everything easy.
Okay. Do I have to put that anywhere, or do I just know that it's on the street?
Trying to think of where I would put it if I put it somewhere. I don't know, man. I think I would just remember that it's on your shield.
Like, I could just put it in features and traits.
Yeah, you can
right?
just put it in features and traits. That's fine. That's exactly what I was gonna say. So that worked out.
Do I have to pick? So I have to pick a deity and a holy symbol.
Yeah. You need to. You don't have to. The symbol is just generic.
Generic. So I can have it be whatever.
Yeah.
Symbol of Jesus.
That is correct. What now, Trevor?
Dude, holy cow. One of my ability, like if I go into the champion archetype, whatever, like my 18th thing is at the start of each of my turns. At the start of each of my turns, I regain hit points equal to 5 plus my constitution. Like just like, oh, healed. It's kind of crazy. This is fun. I can also get critical hits on 18 to 20.
I wanna get critical. Is that how the song goes, right, Tim?
That's exactly how it goes.
Anyone else have any questions? Where all are we at with
I just entered in all my items that I got. If you want to check my character sheet.
Yes. I will do exactly that, Laziel.
So I pick an effect and just put that in the description for my trait or feature for the holy symbol.
I'm not sure. I've never played a paladin. I'm not sure how that.
We'll do that for right now. I'll just pick death.
Well, that's okay. Let me see if I can find.
I mean, I have a description for it here in this thing. I was just gonna copy it,
Okay.
and then like when I get my book, I'll just I'll read it more.
That looks good, Trey.
And
That looks good.
Cool, thank you.
And then whatever money you have left over, see to the left of that, the little boxes there.
GP?
Yeah, CP, SP, EP, GP, PP.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Oh, you spent all your money?
Yes.
That's mine. That's right. I like that.
Shit.
And then under other proficiencies and languages, Trey, to the left of that, you can like put any languages you have or any weapon or armor proficiencies that you have, just to be able to remember. Do you need a? I typed them out in chat earlier. They should still be there.
Okay.
And language proficiencies, I don't know if I covered that with you, but I think you get to pick a language. Oh, that's under class. That's under race, rather. You're yeah, I remember. Scary demon person.
I wanna get physical.
I'm sorry,
I got a
guys.
song in my
I'm
head.
sorry.
This is your.
This is all my fault.
100% your fault.
Excuse me.
Tiefling is languages you can speak, read, and write Common and Infernal. So everyone can speak, read, and write Common.
Right. I
But
can
then-
also do dragon or whatever.
Yeah. Thank you, Jersey. let's go and let's see if I can reconnect cameras here to bring us all back.
Okay, so my holy symbol says
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've been.
no, it's fine. Says that it the glyph glows, filling a 60-foot radius sphere with dim light for 10 minutes, after which the spell ends. Each creature in the sphere, when the glyph activates, is targeted by its effect, as is a creature that enters the sphere for the first time on a turn or ends its turn.
Where do you
And
see?
the one that I picked was. This is on Roll20. I don't know. And it says, death, each target must take a constitution saving throw, taking 10d10 necrotic damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful save.
Hang on, I'm looking here.
Languages again?
Common and infernal.
Okay, boom, done.
I am ready to move on when you guys are.
Yep, I'm ready to go.
But seriously, hurry up.
I just don't think I see the divine, like at level 1 I don't see anything about the holy symbol. I see some of that stuff at like level 3.
Oh,
I don't know. Let's put it on hold.
Like, this just told me to pick a holy symbol. I'm assuming that's an effect that I'll eventually get.
Okay. Let's put it on hold and I'll Google it here in a little bit.
Fine.
This is popcorn. This is pumpkin flavored popcorn.
No one wants to see your nasty ass popcorn, Tim. All right. So next up we have I think we're to the RP stuff actually.
What's RP?
Role playing. The role playing stuff. As it is a role playing game.
What?
So wait,
No way.
I don't need to do anything into tools and proficiencies, right? Custom
You
skills?
don't have any proficiencies in tools?
I don't think so.
You've already yeah, you don't have any tool proficiencies. Custom skills will go over with like if you get something special that isn't part of the original rule set, I believe.
Okay.
And then you've got common infernal, you've got your light medium armor and simple martial weapons and shield.
So custom skills, we don't put like dark vision down there.
No, dark vision and that stuff would be under features and traits, which is the far right hand side.
Okay.
Which we can go over to Trey. Let me look up. Shit, you're a tiefling. Means you're like the last race in the race section. And this is when Tim choked to death on popcorn.
Before we even started.
It wasn't the penis stone that got him, it was the popcorn. So Trey, you have dark vision?
I do too.
Yep. Which I'm gonna
Name, dark vision.
Fighter should get cleave as soon as possible.
It's a racial.
Uh-huh.
And then under source type, you can just put tiefling.
Okay.
Oh man.
Me and Trey can super see in the dark.
Oh yeah.
See, I'm
Actually,
not
Trevor, you can
cleave,
see
but I don't
further than
see
him.
cleave at all.
What'd you say, Zach?
You can see further than him. You can see double he can. Because you are a drow. You have hellish resistance. You have resistance to fire damage.
What the
And then the source type, just put tiefling again. Okay, I understand now.
Yeah. It's like the source, what you get it from.
Fire. I don't know.
You can just. I mean, source is race. Like, I don't know why they want you to source it again.
I guess just in case you have like an armor or something like that. That is
Maybe.
resistance.
Let's see. Next one. Oh, I think I accidentally added one for you. Sorry. Let me delete that for you. Sorry, dude.
You're fine.
That one doesn't take place until you hit level 3.
There's so much shit to this. This is crazy.
Yes, it is. That's it for your race, and then you are a ranger. There are certain things rangers do better than other people. Oh no, that's druid. I was like, wow, you can speak druidic? That's really cool.
Brood.
Yeah. That's
Brood
weird.
Tostitos, what's
Brood-
up, dude?
Yeah, that guy. Hi.
What's up, Brutal Tostitos?
Tostitos.
Merry Yoo-Hoo Christmas! You guys don't actually have to be excited. It's just my brother.
I'm excited for your brother. He's been more entertaining than. Sorry, that was.
Which, maybe we'll bring... I've been thinking about bringing in maybe a guest every few episodes or something to keep it fresh.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And so maybe we can get him in here, make some other streamers. We'll figure that out, though. Ranger. You have... Favorite enemy. Beginning at first level, you have significant experience studying, tracking, hunting, and even talking to a certain type of animal. Choose a type of favorite enemy. Oh wow, there's a lot here, so just listen up, okay? Aberrations, beasts, celestials, constructs, dragons, elements or elementals, fae. Those are like elves, fiends, giants, monstrosities, oozes, plants, or undead.
Eating that pin.
So, practically everything.
Yeah. Alternatively, you can select 2 races of humanoid as favored enemy. Humanoids are like gnolls and orcs.
Oh, dude, thank you for the sub, man.
Trevor, quick.
What?
We'll do the heart symbol like they were doing in there. Or like the
Okay.
fusion.
Wait,
No,
wait.
other way, Trevor, other way.
Here you go. Doing it.
Oh wait.
Should be going.
You.
Thanks,
In. Ha! Woo!
Thanks to all the sun.
Can you imagine the monster? Screwed for Tim. Screw you, Zach. It's about how things go. Can you imagine the monster we would create, Trevor?
Oh god, it'd be the worst. Wait, what?
So, Trey.
Trash.
Track.
Truck
You
wearing your
get,
trash.
let's see.
Sub for Tim. Screw you, Zach.
For whichever
So the
one
whole,
you
the whole
pick.
favorite enemies, basically, after hunting one certain type, I have like an affinity for it. Like I
If I
do
do
extra
that again, I'm
damage.
not gonna go so fast.
What it is you just pick one, and then you have advantage on wisdom survival checks to track your favorite enemy, so you can track them really well, as well as intelligence checks to recall information about them, so you know lots about them. You also learn one language of your choice that is spoken by your favorite enemy, if they speak one at all. So, like, if you took dragons as your favorite enemy, you could learn Draconic.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Jack
Or if you took orcs,
Orgerson.
as one, orcs are another humanoid. So, like, humanoid are like, you could take humans as a favorite enemy. And you would get bonuses against them. So, like, then, if you took orcs, though, you could do, like, you get orcish. You could understand orcs talking or goblins talking.
Sweet. Okay.
And then you also get natural explorer. It says you are particularly familiar with one type of natural environment and are adept at traveling and surviving in such regions. Choose one type of favorite terrain: Arctic, coast, desert, forest, grassland, mountain, swamp, or the Underdark. When you make an intelligence or wisdom check related to your favorite terrain, your proficiency bonus is doubled if you are using a skill that you're proficient in. When traveling for an hour or more in your favorite terrain, you gain the following benefits. Difficult terrain doesn't slow your group. Your group can't become lost by magical means. Even when you are engaged in another activity while traveling, you remain alert to danger. If you are traveling alone, you can move stealthily at a normal pace. When you forage, you find twice as much food as you normally would.
Badass.
While tracking other creatures, you also learn their exact number, their size, and how long ago they passed through the area. And you can choose additional favorite terrain types at 6th and 10th level. And with the favorite enemy, You can pick another favorite enemy at 6th and 14th level.
Dude, dope.
Yeah. And then you get to
Damn,
pick a
so
fighting
once he,
style
like,
at 2nd level.
So
Gets up
basically,
a couple levels, he can track everyone, and we don't have to worry
I
about
turned
shit.
into a badass.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Dope.
Jack Ogerson
whole,
would be
sh-
your fusion name. That would be awesome, Trevor.
Jack the Ogerson.
Jack the Ogerson.
You ever seen Gotink's bad form or transformations? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. It'd just be a fat Trevor. That's all it would be. A fat, bald Trevor. Sorry about your hair, Trevor.
Oh no.
Okay, so I added him in there.
Okay.
Just for a future reference whenever we get around to it.
Awesome. Yeah, you can pick what enemies you'll have favored and stuff later.
Okay.
The way I see it, you're still learning the game and you don't have a rule book yet. So once you have the rule book, it'll be a lot easier to like decide things because it's it's
Sure.
always different reading it versus seeing it.
Right.
Let's take a look. Did everyone else get their racials and their features and traits in there?
Yes.
The only thing that
Yes.
I really had was the superior dark vision.
Did you not have anything for your class?
Oh, I didn't even look at class.
Oh my god, Tim. What a nerd.
I should have been the wizard.
Says the guy doing a live
Wait,
D&D
you have
campaign.
a Slytherin one? I have a Gryffindor one.
Oh my gosh. Jesus.
You know how I know Tim You know how I know Tim doesn't fuck? Oh, this guy This guy fucks. Let me tell you, this guy fucks. Have you guys ever seen Silicon Valley?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucius. That's
Hey, what's up,
right.
Leo Chain? Welcome to the chat.
What's up, Leo?
Well, I don't know if he's in here yet. You know how if you're friends with someone, it tells you they jumped into chat?
Oh yeah.
Sometimes, like, they, like, logged in, but they haven't loaded in yet.
Gotcha.
Who am
So
I
what
looking
am
at?
I-
The Warlock.
It is one of the best things of all time.
Wait, so where do I see if like Paladin gives me any?
So, under Paladin, it'll say, like, creating a Paladin, blah, blah, blah. And then it'll say class features. Under class features, it goes by level of that you unlock the class features. And so you start with Trevor, yours is on page, it begins on 106 and then it bleeds into 107. You're going to look at
Right.
class features and follow the levels on there, okay?
Okay,
Zach
so
Malley,
mine's-
Divine
Divine
Sense.
Sense.
Yep.
And lay on hands.
Yeah, and then fighting style is the second level. So you have Divine Sense and Lay on Hands. Trevor, you have Otherworldly Patron, Pact Magic. You know 2 cantrips. Hang on a second. Actually, hang on a second.
This is under features and traits. That's what you're doing now.
Yeah. Well, I'm adding what we're doing. Yeah, under features and traits.
Okay, so I've already picked a lot of this. I just know.
Did you pick your patron?
Yes, I did.
Which one did you go with, out of curiosity?
The great old one.
Yes, you did. Oh my goodness.
So I had that in there somewhere. So that's under feature.
Which entity did you choose under Great Old One? Did you pick one particular?
That I have not yet.
Okay.
I just saw it in the back when I was looking at spells.
And then Great Old One expanded spells. So you can get, those are spells you can get that other people can't.
Right.
And then
This
it
is
also
how my
says,
minor dress, by the way.
so you have, starting at first level, you have Awakened Mind. Your alien knowledge gives you the ability to touch the minds of other creatures. You can communicate telepathically with any creature you can see within 30 feet of you. You don't need to share a language with the creature for it to understand your telepath. Dude, this is fucking cool! But the
Why
creature
not
must be
more?
able to understand at least one language. And then you get something at 6th level from that.
Okay,
And-
so I get awakened. So am I adding awakened mind under features then?
Yeah, you have Awakened Mind.
Is
Do
this
I
under?
add- Do I add the great old one first, or do I just put in the spell that I have from it?
I'm not sure how I would do it. Whatever makes sense to you when you're reading it. Like
Okay.
you might want to write in there packed great old one or something like that.
Where? Okay, I just want to make sure I get mine.
Yo, what's up? Who's talking?
Tim.
Oh, never mind.
Okay.
What's up, Tim?
I say, well, I'm just trying to see like if I have anything because
You're a fighter?
Yeah.
What page?
I already did my 2-weapon page. Hang on, let me get back there. Page starts on page.
I'm looking at it.
already did my
Fighting
fighting
style.
style.
You picked your fighting style, right?
Yep, 2-weapon fighting. Did that.
Okay. When you engage in 2-weapon fighting, you can add your ability modifier to the damage of the second attack. Nice. You have second wind. You have a limited well of stamina that you can draw on to protect yourself from harm. On your turn, you can use a bonus action to regain hit points equal to 1d10 plus your fighter level. Holy shit. Once you use this feature, you must finish a short or long rest before you can use it again. And then that's it for you for class-based.
Okay.
Axe and Surge you get on second level. Which is pretty cool. Tim's a Dementor?
Yep.
Something like that.
This is how my fighter dresses.
Did anyone else have any questions?
Kind of. I like as far as like the cantrips and stuff.
Yeah.
Wouldn't those just go under spells
No.
and not
Okay.
features?
Yeah. No, there's completely different. Cantrips are things that you can just cast willy-nilly.
Right.
Spells, you have spell slots. And you have to like prepare your spells that you can, because eventually I think you have more spells
Correct.
than you have spell slots. And so you have to decide what spells you want to prepare for that day. And once you've used your slots up, you're done.
Right.
Casting spells until you take a long rest, if I remember correctly. Unless there's an ability that says otherwise. Like sorcerers have a way to like empower themselves to keep doing stuff like that.
Okay.
But cantrips you can just cast at will, man.
Right.
So there you go.
So I would put that under features and traits then?
Yep.
Okay.
You have a giant sword. Should I go get my giant fighter?
And then I actually don't know what invocations are. I think that's something that only the warlock can do.
Correct. They're kind of like more
More pacts.
like darker spells.
Okay.
Enders. Hey.
Enders cheered the big 15.
Wait.
Thank you, Enders. Eldritch Blast is amazing.
Hey,
Jersey's
that's actually
correct.
the one that I picked.
Awesome.
So I'm glad to hear that.
Here we go.
Pact Magic, your arcane research, you pick that. You know 2 cantrips of your choice from the Warlock spell list. You learn additional Warlock cantrips at higher levels as shown. Okay. The Warlock turbo chose. All of your spell slots are the same level. To cast one of your Warlock spells. Oh, it's a short or long rest, Trevor.
I'm never okay, Enders.
A short or long rest?
Yep.
Okay.
I always need help.
And then you can do things like cast lower level spells as higher level spells using higher level slots. That you are going to need to read the spell casting rules. And then if you have any questions, you can ask me. You have 2 weeks to read them. Charisma is your spell casting ability. Then you're saying,
Wait, I don't get anything at level 1, right? As far as spells go?
no, you don't get any spells until level 2, Trey.
Okay.
Wait, where'd Zach M go?
Is he gone?
I had to refresh.
Okay.
My
He just like
computer's
disappeared.
No, my computer's being a piece right now.
Oh, nice, Jersey. just giving you some strong advice, Trevor. You play it the way you want to play it though, because you're going all necromantic, right? Was that your plan?
What's that?
Are you gonna go all necromantic?
I was going to, but then I found out that it's actually a wizard thing.
Oh, you want to switch to a
go,
wizard?
No, I've already picked warlock.
Okay.
So I'll, but I am interested in doing next campaign. I think I want to go wizard.
I'm pretty sure you can still get like little demons, right?
Oh, for sure. I already picked the pact boon. I picked Pack of the Chain, so I can get a familiar, and I get to pick what kind of familiar it is. So
You don't get that
Each
till
time.
3rd level, right?
correct.
Okay.
No, I was just kind of reading through everything.
Brutal Toshida says neck space romantic. That's cute. Yeah, he's into weird shit. I'm just kidding, Josh.
So what's our next step?
Next step, if everyone has picked or figured out their features and traits, Trey, I think we got all yours. I just wanted to double check real quick
Yes.
because I didn't want to screw you over for obvious reasons. Because you're Trey, and you'll kick my ass.
Nah, man.
But I believe you got Natural Explorer and Favored Enemy. Excuse me.
Yep.
And that's it for the time being.
Yep.
And then I got you your tiefling stuff too, so you should be good.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Zach Malley, do you have any questions?
No. Do you want to look at my character sheet and
Yep.
make sure everything's good?
I will be more than happy to. Let me load that up real quick. Oh, guys, I forgot to put on music.
You spend 5 hours
So
to create. It's okay. I have been entertaining them with my dance moves. We're good.
Um, looks good to me.
Good.
I think you're good, dude.
Cool.
Can you check
I-
mine
I-
as well?
I didn't add details of
Do you want to get like an adventures pack or anything, Zach
oh,
Malley?
I have one. I chose the explorers pack. I
Okay.
could either get a priest or explorers pack. I just didn't add that in.
Okay.
I don't know where.
Just add the pack to equipment until you get your book, and you can like look in the book to see what all's in there. I don't know
Well,
if.
I saw it on the Roll20 like.
Okay, cool.
Pop out window. I just didn't write it down.
Okay, cool. So you look good. Tim, do you have any questions?
Nope.
Trevor?
If you could look at mine to make sure that I've got everything. I'm going through right now. I think I have everything.
Oh no.
Just to make sure I'm not.
I'm just kidding. You're good.
This is all wrong.
Eldritch Blast. So yeah, you
Eldritch
did. There is
Blast,
something you
yes.
did. Not wrong per se. If you click your see if you look up Trevor,
Mm-hmm.
you see how there's 3 buttons that say core, bio, and spells.
Yeah.
Click spells. Add your cantrip to that.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry, I thought you told me to put them under.
I probably did, and I wasn't thinking until just now.
Let me
That's
get
common.
that switched over.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to get that switched over.
No, I don't have anything under attacks and spellcasting.
Say what?
because I said I don't have anything under attacks and spellcasting, but I'm assuming that's just because I don't really have.
You're a fighter. Yeah, you don't have any. You under attacks, you can certainly. Can I do this? Will this change you, Trevor? Did that change your screen?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pull a different one up. I'm sorry. Let me pull up your Dante, right, Tim?
Yep.
I should probably inspect this anyway, just to make sure he's not cheating.
Oh.
Dante under attacks. So attacks and spellcasting, you can actually type in like the name of your weapon that you're gonna use. If you click attack, it's like, what kind of weapon do you have?
A longsword.
So you can put
2
in,
longswords.
yeah. So you can add 2 attacks in there, I think. I'm not sure exactly. You might want to look up the wiki on that one, Mason, Tim, whatever your name is.
Wow.
Zach
Jeez.
doesn't know any of our names.
Dude, I do it to everyone I know. It's not just you guys.
Trey, Trevor.
My brother, and my friend Mason like get pissed at me all the time because
Dude,
I
it's
just
okay.
like don't have a clue who I'm talking to.
Dude, it's okay. My mom calls me my brother's name all the time.
All right, let's
And,
see if I
like,
can find
backtracks.
And I'm pretty sure I answer to Trevor nowadays, anyways.
yeah, see?
TRE, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You guys are answering
I
to
hear
whatever
the, yeah, I hear CH or I hear TRE, and I'm like, huh? Yeah, what?
let's look for can I just like in ambient Lord of the Rings ASMR
1d8 slash.
So in the description for my
Oh, that's
cantrips,
perfect.
I should be putting like.
Can you guys hear this?
I can.
There's a little ambience. We're at the inn right now.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, they're like
Okay.
you. There's a whole bunch of shit I can play with.
I don't hear anything.
That's cool.
Oh, I turned it down really far. Can you hear that, Trey?
Oh, yeah.
That's really loud. I'm gonna have to turn that down.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, maybe I should
So
just
we-
turn my headset down too.
Are we
Wait.
gonna do, like, personality ideals, bonds, flaws, all that stuff?
Yep, we're gonna do that now. So I'm. Oh, I should probably switch that over.
I'm not sure if my spell or my things are good, but I will just assume that they are.
I'll take a look here in a little bit. What time is it now? 10:41. Holy shit. We're gonna come together on this. We're gonna talk a little bit about it, but we probably won't get into too deep into it. Hang on one second. Let me refresh everyone's video.
Oh, yeah, I need to refresh mine, sorry.
Tim, shake your head. Oh yeah, you're good.
I'm gonna delete this attack because that wasn't right.
So
1d8.
now we need to, if you look back at that making a character thing, now we need to decide some things. And this is kind of like, this is how much in depth you want to get with this. But also, I mean, it depends on what you guys want to do. Basically, what we want to do is we want to, where is that? Where is that? I'm looking for the thing. There it is. Describe your character. Once you know the basic game aspects of your character, it's time to flesh him or her out as a person. Your character needs a name, which we already did. Spend a few... using information in Chapter 4, you can flesh out your character's physical appearance and personality traits. Choose your character's alignment, in parentheses, the moral compass that guides his or her decisions, and ideals. Chapter 4 also helps you identify the things your character holds most dear, called bonds, and the flaws that could one day undermine him or her. For instance, I had a flaw, or bond, depending on how you're looking at it. I played a ranger human that had a really big thing for bearded dwarven women. And it got us like into a trap like twice because our enemy found out that I was like turned on. It's like I would lead us into terrible fucking situations just so I could try and get some of that dwarf pussy. Language, Zachary. Hang on, let me try to refresh again because Trevor and Trey are all frozen. I got you guys. Oh, much better. All fixed. Your character's background describes where he or she came from, his or her original occupation, and the character's place in the D&D world. Your DM might offer additional backgrounds beyond the ones included in Chapter 4, and might be willing to work with you to craft a background. So yeah, that's like the gist of it. If you guys pop over to Chapter 4, you can see like pre-made backgrounds and shit. And sometimes backgrounds will actually give you bonuses to stats and stuff too, or other proficiencies. Or if you guys have an idea of like what your character's background is, we can work to create a background too. And then I want to figure out how you guys know each other. Like excuse me, I'm sorry. Are you guys just like mercenaries and you guys just took on a job, or what? You know?
Sure.
We all got super drunk and became friends at the pub.
Except for me.
Or like one game I play, like when if you sit around in a table, like the person to your left and the right, like you have to come up with ways that you're connected to them.
Oh, okay.
But that's a different type of role-playing game. It's a really cool game called Fiasco, actually, and it is a shit ton to play.
This is make-believe, fantasy. You can drink. It's okay.
You can partake in the opium if you want.
My
Whatever you
Dragonborn
feel like.
is not of this.
Listen. Tim's character is gonna have like an alcohol.
Yeah. Tim's gonna live out all the dark fantasies he doesn't allow himself.
He has to stay moderately drunk all day, and then can't drink, like go into a pub without getting blackout drunk.
He's gonna have an opioid addiction. We're gonna have to like stop to like get his fix before he goes.
Oh, 100%,
Just
100%.
shooting up heroin on the middle of a mission.
Damn. Took it to another. I don't know if they have heroin in Dungeons and Dragons, but
No,
they have. I mean, they have drugs and stuff, but I don't know if they have heroin. So if you look at chapter 4, you have personalities and backgrounds. You can, it shows you like average heights and stuff that you can use for your different characters. I mean, it's not that. The thing about it is like this information is for us, the players, to imagine, or me, the GM, to imagine what is going on with your characters and to kind of like in my mind's eye see what's going on. But then also to kind of just flesh out the universe, or like alignment. If you're lawful good and you do something that's evil, that doesn't really match with your alignment, and so you have to explain that. Otherwise, I know sometimes people will do terrible shit to your character or something. You know what I mean? Or like sometimes a GM
You get smited.
well, not smited, but like
You get smot.
I've seen some people do like you get a token, or like the DM will like specifically make a karmic thing happen to you. If something bad happened. Hey Trevor, can you refresh your camera?
Yep.
Thank you. Let's see. Personal characteristics. Oh, inspirations. Inspiration is a way to, if you're like role playing well, I can give you an inspiration point, and I believe that lets you do like something crazy. Like it lets you do like, you can expend it when you make an attack roll, saving throw, or an ability check. So your inspiration gives you advantage on that roll. Additionally, if you have inspiration, you can reward another player for good role playing. So you can give your inspiration to another player too. But it allows you to try and make a roll, give you advantage on the roll.
What's initiative? So like my initiative says 1.
Initiative is when you're selecting turns. Like everyone's gonna roll initiative when we get into a fight, and it's your turn order. So like if you roll a d20 and you get 5, and you have a +2, that 2 that you have or whatever, or 1 I think, it means your initiative is 6, and so everyone higher than you goes before you.
Okay.
So, for those that have the book, on page 128, they actually talk about bonds. I'm sorry, 127. They start doing bonds and stuff. And you can roll to make your own bond. Or you can just pick one. Like some people like to randomly pick it. But, do they show bonds in the PDF file? Trey?
Bonds? Let's see, I'm looking at... So we've got alignment, language, personality, or personal characteristics, inspiration, backgrounds... Excuse me.
It should be near the, backgrounds and stuff.
No.
I've got a question, Zach.
What's up?
So under
Oh,
these,
wait.
Yeah, it does. Sorry.
under these like kind of pre-made backgrounds,
Yep.
they also have like skill proficiencies.
Yep.
So what happens if like you don't pick one of the pre-made ones? How do you know what like proficiencies you get?
Well, like,
Or
so
do you have to pick one of these?
you don't have to pick one of those. So this is just a rule set. You don't have to use the. Oh, did my thing go?
The music? Yeah, it sounded like it stopped.
It's still going for me.
There we
It's
go.
still going for me.
I just
Sorry.
refreshed it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I had to select the right button.
Holy shit ton of bonds in that one.
What was I saying? Oh, this is just a rule set. Like, we can alter the rule set anytime we want to, as long as like we're all willing to. So if you can tell me, like, the main point is to create a world and create characters that we love. And so if you like want a character that has been like like if you just want to make something up, like your family was killed in a bandit attack and somehow you survived as a little kid, and you lived out in the wild and you learned to forage for food, and you were pretty much a wild, like, not a wild man, but like you lived out away from, you know, standard cities and stuff, and you would like go into town to get food and stuff or just hunt. Then if you want to be like, so I want to pick the survival prerequisite, and I want to pick, or not prerequisite, but skill proficiency,
Right.
and then something else that fell in line with that, I'd be like, that's totally fine with me, Trevor. That's totally fine.
Okay, so what if I'm just gonna say this as an example. I might go with this. Still trying to figure this whole thing out. But what if I say that I was sold by my parents into slavery?
Damn, Tim. Okay.
And from there, as a child, I was forced to do hard labor. Growing up, I eventually had to do, like, what do you call it, like gladiator style battles, which is why I'm a fighter. Yay, nay, idea.
I like that. I like that a lot. So what so then we gotta decide how that works into what you are.
Right. Because being a dragonborn figure, you know, someone buying me, but they probably got the reason they sold me into is because they probably got a, you know, a high price.
I'll buy it at a high price.
So.
But are you trying to find your family?
No, I mean, not really anymore.
Fuck those guys.
I'm just trying to survive. Maybe one
Maybe
day.
we killed them.
Maybe one day, I maybe in the back of my mind, you know, like the way I see it, I'm there to survive. I'm there for me, most importantly. But in the back of my mind, there is a part of me that would like to find them and at least find out why they did what they did.
And then
You
kill
should be
them
writing this
together?
down, Tim, because that's a pretty good backstory. So what skill proficiencies do you think you would get from those?
Where are the proficiencies at? I'm trying to find this again.
If you look on your character sheet,
Oh, character sheet. Okay.
you're Dante, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, so you're saying like, okay, like us coming up with a reason, like, okay, so Tim has his backstory. What skills does he get because of that?
Yeah. I'll let you guys have two. So, like, in my mind, I think you get. I want to hear what you think you should get.
So proficiency. Okay, I'm on my character sheet. Where do I click?
Yeah, Jersey's right. He says two things that's very right. D&D is all about freedom. You can do all the things. And then he says, I will say it is important to have an end goal for your character, so they have a motivation outside of, hey, that sounds cool. Yeah,
then
so
my
that's
end
what's
goal
going to
would
drive
be
our
to-
story, because we're
yeah,
essentially making a story, is what we're doing. Go ahead, Tim.
So the end goal for my character then will be I overall want to try to find my family and find out why they sold me into slavery as a child.
Right.
That is my.
You don't
that is
have to
my-
know what your end goal is now. Just kind of have it in the back of your head. You don't have to say it right now, dude.
I mean, that's,
So,
I'm just throwing things out. But okay, so I kind of got my backstory. Okay, so where am I going now with this? What am I doing?
So now you want to pick two skills that backstory enhances.
And where are these skills?
On your character sheet? They're right next to intelligence, wisdom, and charisma, just to the right.
Okay, right. So, but we already added those, so I'm just adding more.
Yep, you're picking 2 more that you don't already have.
Oh, 2 more don't already have. Okay, so I'd say one would probably be survival.
That makes sense to me.
The other, let's say,
Survival's a real hit or miss skill, in my opinion. But go ahead.
I'm sure it is. No, it is. But the way I figure it, I mean, if I got sold into something, it's all, you know. I mean, like will I ever use it? I don't know.
You were a gladiator. What about performance?
Is performance, is that like a bard thing? Like,
yeah, it's all about. It's all about charisma. So you can put on a show, but that can be used to lie too. Like if Tim wants to, he's like, listen, like we're trying to sneak into a place or something, and Tim's like, hey, I will get their attention or whatever, and you guys sneak in while I have everyone's attention. Then he would roll for performance or something like that. And he would, yeah. So that's
Nice. Okay.
Let's do.
Be thinking of your guys' story while Tim's picking, guys.
I am.
I'm already
What's
typing
hurt?
mine up.
No, no, I love you,
typing it
Trevor.
dude, I have no idea.
Let's do performance. Let's do performance because that kind of makes sense, especially if I become like a gladiator. And what do you think perception?
How do you think that goes into your backstory, Tim?
So my idea when perception, and you can by all means correct me if I'm wrong. It's how you perceive things, right? It's how you kind of view the world in a sense. Yeah, no.
That is in the real world, in D&D perception, generally speaking, it is how you view the world literally. Like whether you see traps or whether you notice like a drug deal, like 2 guys handing off drugs. Something that normal people wouldn't see. If you have a higher perception, you would see little things like that.
So because of the hardship that I have grown up in, I would feel that I would have gained perception of being able to notice these little things because I've clearly been into slavery. I've had all these hard had to do, and because of that, I've seen a lot of things go down that I might have like picked up on in being part of that.
That's fine. I'll give it to you. That's a
What
perfectly
section is this
acceptable.
going in? Background, like,
Yeah, this is so Tim is making up his own background right now.
but what do we put on the background line? Is there anything there? Or like, do we put this in like personality traits or what?
It goes under background, like, so like in the book they break it down by like an overall background, and then there are like smaller breakdowns. Like for instance, one of the backgrounds is soldier, and then there's the specialty and then the military rank.
Okay.
And like, yeah, so it's just, yeah, I put it under background. So Tim, for you, under background, I would put slave gladiator or something like that. Is how I think, unless you have a better way of describing that.
And no, that's good. And I think my alignment would be neutral good. I think is what I'm thinking.
Neutral good?
I think neutral. I'm trying to remember what the first one.
I mean, think about the way you grew up. So how does that influence your character? Does it make him sour about the world? Does it make him so maybe he's willing to do some things that aren't necessarily right, but at the same time maybe he does them for the right reasons?
So the way I would perceive my character is, when I got sold, I was at an age that understood what was going on.
Okay.
Right. So I understood what happened, and I was not happy about it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't. It's not something I wish upon somebody else either. I don't want other people to have to go through that.
Okay.
So I would. I resent the fact that it happened to me, but I don't want other people to have to do the same.
Before you decide on your alignment, look at page 122 and just read through the alignments, okay?
It has a good description there.
Yeah, it has some very good descriptions there.
Okay.
So let's go Trevor.
You want me to read mine?
Since you've already written yours up, yeah, let's do it. Oh,
So
also, real
it's-
quick, sorry, I'm sorry. Tim.
Yeah.
Go ahead and pick a tool proficiency. One tool proficiency for your character, because I think your character's pretty fucking strong anyway.
Where do-
Tool proficiencies, I'm not sure where they are. I'll leave it to you to find it.
Okay.
And then, if there's any equipment that you feel that a gladiator would have, like most gladiators would have, I mean, obviously, don't pick yourself like a +5 longsword, but like, you know, if you can find something in the list of items that you want, because a lot of the backgrounds have like little small things that are I don't know, are whatchamacallit, integral to their past. So like for the soldier, they have an insignia of rank, a trophy taken from a fallen enemy, a set of bone dice or deck of cards, a set of common clothes, and a belt pouch containing 10 GP.
And
So-
you're talking about like the items.
Yeah. So they're not really weapons or anything. But I feel
Right.
like as a gladiator, maybe you have a special dagger
Okay.
that means a lot, or a helmet that meant a lot to you, or something like that.
Ooh,
And I'm
okay,
not sure
yeah.
I'm gonna give. We might give that some more importance later on, but right now it gives you no stat bonus. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Trevor, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sure. So I'm being a dark elf. I'm growing up in this dark elf community, and I don't really like what's going on because of the religion that they're practicing. This is just like a very like, I don't have everything like super fleshed out. But I don't like what they're doing because of their religion. Like they're looking down on other races. They think that they're superior and everyone else is inferior. So they're doing things like, maybe kicking people out, or maybe even going as far as executing some people of other races. So I'm like, well, if this is what we're all about, I'm not really for that. So I decide to leave and go off on my own because I don't want to be a part of that community,
Right.
or that group of people. So as I'm going out on my own, something happens. Maybe it's like, maybe I get caught in a storm, or maybe who knows? Like something bad happens to me and I'm on the brink of death, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going through the woods. Something happens and I'm just clinging on for dear life. So then this old god contacts me and makes me a bargain, and he says that he'll help me live. He'll basically help me survive if I decide to serve him. And as someone who's seen the dark side of what a religion can do to a group of people, I decided to accept the pact and use this new power to stop the corruption and right the wrongs of my people.
I like that. Two things.
Yep.
Because it's got a good basis, and I'm not telling you how to play your character. You might want to read up a little bit on Drow. Like they're fucking evil. Like don't alter your story. I'm not saying
Right.
alter your story,
No.
but like it
that's
gets
kinda-
dark. It gets darker than that. Like Drow are fucking evil.
That's kind of what I got from it, because I was reading it a little bit and I saw they were kind of like this elitist group of people.
Yeah,
Now, granted, I didn't read it it sounds like as much as you have.
I've read a couple books.
Sure.
But like they live deep underground in the Underdark,
Right.
if I remember correctly, and they do worship like some dark gods too.
Right.
But I really like that, Trevor. I think that's great. So let's see what. Let me look at your character sheet here. I need to just bring up everyone's character sheet and just keep them ready and waiting. I need a fourth monitor. That's the real issue here. I need a fourth monitor.
I'm gonna type my character backstory in the bio.
That's fine. There's a bio section just for that. Lord Dante Laziel. Am I saying that right? It's Laziel?
Yep.
I love that. I love that.
And,
Laziel
I
the
use that
Reverend.
name for like everything.
So, we're Valore. Valore! No, who says that? Isn't that a WoW thing?
Yeah. That's Kale Sauce. You're thinking of Hero.
Gosh.
Yeah, yes.
Kale Sauce is,
So you already have deception and intimidation. What two skills do you think that backstory gives you?
That's interesting.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm
Religion?
open to it. Okay.
Because you talked about the dark religions, and then you've been tethered in with the old gods.
Okay.
With old gods usually have some kind of old knowledge.
Right. Okay, I like that.
And then I'll let you decide the other one.
So maybe if they do have that kind of maybe if they do have that knowledge, maybe it gives me insight.
So.
Or maybe,
You know, I don't know about insight. Like, I'm just trying to think of. Let me look up the exact definition of insight as the
I
game.
don't know what these definitions are either.
I was on the page earlier that had it, and I freaking skipped off of it.
Because I can't really think of. I like your suggestion of religion. That one makes sense.
What are they called? Skill.
Or maybe investigation if I'm like trying to get to the source of the corruption in my I'm like Bruce Wayne. I'm like a dark elf warlock Bruce Wayne.
Jesus Christ. Skill check, see ability check. Ability check. Hang on 1 second.
Reality check. Reality check.
Ability check.
Reality check.
174, 175. 174, 175 is where the definitions are. So insight, if I can get there. Jesus. And Jersey does say each race has different race ages. Like elves can live to be hundreds of years old.
Oh, okay.
Skills. Let's see. Insight is under what? Wisdom. So let's look under wisdom. Wisdom. Insight. Your wisdom check decides whether you can determine the true intentions of a creature, such as when searching out a lie or predicting someone's next move. Doing so involves gleaning clues from body, language, speech habits, and changes in mannerism. Actually, I'll give you that because one of the notorious things about Drow is that they backstab. And they're constantly trying to, one-up each other to, raise their standing in their society.
Okay.
Like, their houses, there are, Drow houses.
Man, Trevor Alico, you're just getting fleshed out already. I'm, thinking hard on mine. Kind of hard being a tiefling, man.
I know.
So would you take insight over investigation then?
I'll leave that to your discretion. It's whatever you want. See, with the investigation, I don't know what you do. Like, I know you're trying to find, you're trying to wipe out that evil and stuff, but there's nothing in your past that has suggested that you were an investigator. If you want to flesh it out so that is the case, and change it, I'm totally fine with that. So if you want to do investigator, just adjust it a little bit and let us know what you decide on.
I'm gonna try and type it all up in depth.
That's fine.
But yeah, just kind of have a general outline.
And then Trevor, go ahead and take 2 tool proficiencies.
2 tool. Okay, and what are those?
I don't know. Tim, did you find the tool proficiencies?
Yeah. So I googled it. I'll link it.
Okay.
They're in the book also, but
yeah, and they might be, but I also I'll link it in here under fam text. I chose smithing because I kind of think that makes sense for what I was doing.
Oh, cool! In the back of the book, they actually have a character sheet for you.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a hard copy to make copies out of.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be the smart thing to do.
Right.
It says 154 is tools, it says.
And then Trevor, any kind of small equipment items, nothing big, but stuff that is character driven.
Oh, that's what these are?
No, that's not what that is, but I'm saying you can pick some items. Basically knickknacks.
Okay.
Just things your characters have. Zach,
Like
Mally,
big boy.
and Trey. Which one of you guys is ready?
Zach, real quick.
Okay.
What are these things called? Like, if you look at me,
Gauntlets,
like thank you,
bracers.
gauntlets.
Usually gauntlets cover your whole hand and your wrists.
Yeah.
Bracers or braces. I don't know if brace is the right word, but bracers they are the wristbands. I think.
Brazzers?
Bracers? No, that's a whole different type of hand motion. I'm done. It's a PG stream. So I said the F word like 6 times since we took our break.
So for these tools, Tim. Sorry, before
No, you're
the
fine.
other two start. Did you? I'm on page 154, and it just has tools listed. Like I just picked 2 of those tools. Is that what it's supposed to be?
Is that what we get? Do we get 2 of them, Zach, or do we get
No, you're
one?
getting a tool proficiency. No, you only get 1, Tim, because your character's kind of strong.
Right.
Trevor gets
so
2.
I chose Smith tools because I'm just kind of where I'm at.
So you said 154?
Yeah,
That's what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, I see what he's looking at. That's right.
Those are the actual lists of tools. We're talking about tool proficiency, though.
Oh.
Would that be to the right of where it says tools, to where it has like artisan's tools?
No, that's a kit. Those are kits. Give me 1 second, because I'm actually in the abilities section, and I'm willing to bet... Is it back here? Hang on, let me look up proficiencies in the glossary real quick. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Oh no, that's tools. I'm looking for proficiencies.
Oh man, this is... Like, I knew I was going to enjoy this, but I don't think I realized how much I was going to enjoy it. Like, this has been really
We haven't
fun
even
so
started
far.
playing the goddamn
Right,
game,
like,
Trevor.
Just creating someone, like, this is really cool.
It's so much more in depth than like
Oh yeah.
like whenever you generate a character in like 10 minutes, where it's like
For
eye
sure.
color, hair color, facial structure.
So are we doing like age, height? Are we doing all the like the small things as well?
I would say so, like just in the parameters of your race.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like at least like half elf, like it says that they mature at by 20 but live to 180. Like I was gonna say a little bit past maturity, and then like they stay at range from 5 foot to 6 foot, and I was gonna go somewhere in there.
What size? Like my shirt size? Want to know like if we get like team shirts?
Your dick
Need,
size.
like I'll know what size everyone wears. Is that what's the?
Like small, medium, or large.
Matching shirts for this adventure.
Because like, yeah, you're. I think you're small. I don't know, or is that height and stuff? Or
Yeah,
weight?
that's,
I don't know.
That's where I was confused because they have height and weight.
It should say like mine says size, like or size ranging from 5 to 6 feet tall. Your size is medium. That's for half.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Like humans are medium, I think. Like obviously halflings are small. Dwarves are small.
I literally cannot find the tool proficiencies.
Oh fuck, dude. Tieflings are basically Draenei. I mean, sorry for the language. Shit. God, man.
I want to start all over again.
I don't want to quit. I don't want to make a Draenei.
And a reroll.
Reroll. If I can make a Tauren, dude, I totally would.
Treasure? I can have a list for treasure? Nice. Organizations.
Tool.
It looks, yes. Yeah.
So I've got a... While you guys are doing that, I'm gonna pick out what god I'm hanging out
I'm like
with.
still writing my.
Zach, when you get finished, I have a question.
Okay.
So whose backstory's next? Because I'm still trying to think of mine.
It's whoever's
I-
ready.
I think I can work through mine.
Okay, give me 1 second.
So many gods. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, there's even. Oh, that's cool. Like even the gods have their own alignments.
Yeah.
I like that.
I need to pick one, I think.
Oh, the god of murder.
Baal. It's Baal, Trevor.
What?
It's Baal.
What did I say? Ball?
Ball.
Belial.
Just Baal. Just Baal.
Belial.
Shit.
Um.
You can try. I mean, I'm just gonna stick with what's
Tim,
main for now.
Yes.
will you try to find the tool proficiency list? Because basically, what tool proficiency does is it gives you a proficiency in. I just read it. It gives you a proficiency in a
I would assume a job, right?
yeah, in something that you do with those tools.
So like smithing.
Yeah.
Proficiency.
But I feel like there should be a proficiency. Like there should be a table or something. It's fucking D&D. Like there's got to be a table somewhere. But just look for me. Zach Malley, let's talk about you.
I don't really know, because, like, at least on Roll20, it only gives me, like, this thing under Acolyte. I don't know what...
Yeah, they only give you Acolyte, but there's a bunch of them. So if you want to, what are you again? I'm sorry. You're
half-elf
Paladin.
paladin.
So, if you want to try and make up a background, you can, and then we can work around that because, you know, you're a paladin, so you know you're obviously religious because you, like, fight for a deity, or you fight under the banner of a deity, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, kind of like what I was thinking about doing was, that, like, my parents, one being interracial, like human and elf, were
Yeah.
shunned by, like, each of their people, looked down upon, and, like, they, like, I guess fled and I guess joined a religious circle for support. Like, I was raised in that, but like, I guess something tragic happened to them. They were killed. I was left on my own. I have the religious background, but I kind of walked away from everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I still keep the religious part, like, as, like, a foundation, because I am a paladin. But I guess, like, I carry, like, that, I guess, I don't know if that's, like, a good word, like, the hatred for, like, my family being shunned from everything, because, like, looking at, half-elf, like, this, like, as long, like, I was looking through alignment stuff and whatnot, saying that they can be kind of chaotic. They don't keep, they pursue personal freedom instead of, love of leaders.
Right.
So, like, I wanted to be like a stray that kind of like lost what he had but kept part of it, and I don't know, kind of like keep the chip on my shoulder of someone killed my parents for who they were. So, like, I embrace that.
Okay. So what do you think, are there any proficiencies that you think, like, how does that change your stats as a character? And how does that, like, something to think about is how that drives your character, which obviously is probably driven to kill his parents'
Yeah,
murder.
I would say, like, he's like very prideful,
Okay.
kind of resenting of the world and how he's probably seen in it, and how like I guess like he's driven to be the best of what he is overall. So,
I'm sorry. I was listening to you that whole time. I was updating our layout. So now you guys will see what everyone is below their names. So to me, I'm not sure.
I was gonna say, intimidation and perception, because as far as like the resentment, like I feel like it would kind of exude in the way I carry myself and how I interact sometimes, and then perception on like I guess I've become very for lack of a better word, perceptive to who people are, how they act towards me and in their environment.
Okay.
And like in general of my surroundings.
I'll definitely give you intimidation.
Okay. How do I alter that?
I just check mark it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know that perception works for that. Or
Okay.
I just don't feel like it does. But so obviously your family joined like a religious group or sect or what have you. And so that probably made you pretty religious.
Yes.
So I mean, you would do. I feel like religion is a good one.
Religion.
I almost feel like medicine would be a good one
Medicine.
because you joined. I don't know. That depends on your background. I'm making. See, when you guys tell me your backgrounds, I start spinning my storytelling wheels.
No, I mean that's
And-
fine.
and I'm like,
looking-
oh, well,
like,
if you-
I'm
Go ahead.
just
Sorry.
like skimming this acolyte thing.
What's your god?
Like, I don't know because I don't see anywhere for like I don't have them in front of me.
I will pull up and send you a list.
Like
'cause
this says, as far as like under this acolyte tab, it says skill proficiencies, insight, religion, languages, 2 of your choice, equipment, a holy symbol.
Yeah.
It's, like pre-listed stuff, but like obviously like mine is like very loosely tied to what is under acolyte.
Well, the other thing I noticed with the roll 20 thing, it doesn't have a complete compendium.
Yeah.
It does not have everything. So I'm posting something in the Baron's chat, or not in Baron's chat. Where's Fam chat at? Fam text, right there. In Fam's text, this is a list of the gods for you. And what I'm thinking is, like, depending on what god you, your family decided to worship, might affect what skills you get, or a skill that you have. Like if they had a god that was very benevolent and you would take care of the poor and the sick and stuff, then medicine might be something you might have picked up along the way. I don't know why, but I don't feel like perception fits there.
No, that's fine. I was looking at the list and I was trying to think of what might fit, because like I feel like intimidation is like a good one, but I didn't know what else.
Yeah. Oh no, I like intimidation, especially if he's prideful. Hey Zach, you should be happy I used your emote and summons chat box. Oh, thank you, no one important. Apparently, no one important used my emote and Summit 1G's chat box.
That's pretty cool.
And everyone was like, "Wow, that emote's really lame." I appreciate that, no one. If there's something else that fits your background, that works too. Like, we're just fleshing it out. We can add more later. I'm always up for that.
I'm trying to load this, but I can't get it to open.
Oh, the thing I sent?
Yeah.
That's weird.
It opened for me.
Unless I have to copy it and paste it.
So
Um,
when we're picking our gods, do the alignments have to line up exactly with our character, or can they be like maybe off by like one?
you can be off. Obviously, like if you're following a lawful good god, and you're pure
Chaotic
evil, or
evil.
what is it? Not neutral evil.
Chaotic.
Chaotic evil. You better have a damn good explanation as to why you're chaotic evil,
Right.
and follow a lawful good god. Like, basically, I will allow anything that can be explained in a reasonable manner, including some magic stuff, because magic's not reasonable.
What about sex stuff?
Oh, sex is never reasonable.
So wait, so Zach, am I picking a pantheon? What?
No, you just pick well, so you'll have to choose a pantheon and a god within that pantheon. So the
Okay.
word pantheon means a collection of gods.
Okay.
I got laid in the first 10 minutes of this campaign. Lol, lol, lol. Nice.
Okay. Zach. Now, I know it's a lot, and I don't expect you to right now. If you ever get a chance, can you try to read my bio?
Yeah, 100%. Jersey, you got late. No one important. Quick question. Is the next charity stream next year? At this point, definitely, because there's no way we're putting together a charity stream in the next 3 weeks.
Well, there's always that annual Extra Life one we do, but like we've done some like at other times, like last year.
I think we did
Sure.
one. One time
We
you
did
guys
one
did one in like the
for-
summer, right?
Yeah, we
the
did.
day Pokemon Go came out.
Yeah. Summer weekend of gaming.
Yeah,
Yeah, something like that. Swag.
Yeah, swag.
How original.
So normally we do for sure we do the Extra Life one every year in October, usually a holiday weekend or Halloween weekend. But we might do a few others throughout the year, some smaller ones for different charities. Yeah, we'll definitely keep you posted well in advance if we do some more.
God, I'm hungry. So while you pick that out, when you get a chance, pick a tool proficiency if you'd like. And, actually, would that work for your character?
Oh yeah, Tim, you link to the tool proficiencies, is that correct?
I linked the tools, but it's an interesting thing apparently.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out later if need be. We're not going to get everything done tonight because I need to go to bed in about 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll let you figure out your next one. Tim's doing great. He's got everything all decided and fixed, man.
Yeah, me.
Boo.
So that's done. My bio's done.
So I think Trey is the only one left.
I am the only one left.
Trey Laziel, the Reverent.
Zeal the Reverend.
Laziel, let's hear about Laziel's backstory, guys.
Okay, so I will say that my boy Laziel here, or me rather, my character was the product of a outcasted father, but a religious mother. My father obviously being mostly demon, and my mother being full human, because that's what tieflings are.
Right.
Mr. No One, hi No One.
My dad was a fearsome warrior, brave. His name was very well known, but being a tiefling himself, he was very looked down upon because his bloodline is of evil.
Right.
Let's say. So I lived mainly with my dad because we were both or he was outcasted, but my mother would visit every once in a while in secret.
It is awesome, no one. I agree.
I don't know what else to say. I honestly
So,
don't know how this works. So
if you and your dad kind of lived on the fringes of society, then, right?
yes, that's, that's where I get my animal. And
Exactly. So that makes sense that you're a ranger.
and I get my stealthiness from my mom because she obviously had to sneak away from the church in order to kind
Oh,
of
I like that. I like that a lot, actually.
to see her demon child. So,
She got a little wild in her.
yeah.
She about to.
What?
Dude, that's his mom.
Jesus Christ.
Trying to think of like another layer to add to the story. How I don't dislike. I like it though.
And I'll say that the church that my mother is from is on dad, so we have to be on the move constantly.
Oh, they hunt your father.
Yes, they hunt my father.
Oh, I like that. See, that I like. So you have quite a few things you can pick from here. You hide a bunch. So you have the stealth, but you could also take deception.
Right.
I
was gonna say athletics because I'm always on the move, so I have like
athletics isn't bad. I'd also give you nature.
adding in trees and shit.
I would give you religion, because maybe your mom has taught you some of her religion or talked about religion, but that's not necessary.
Maybe my mother shuns that religion. We don't know yet.
Yeah, maybe. There's survival.
So how many you 2, right? We only get to pick 2 extra ones.
Why do you get why do you have 3 already?
Because that's what Rangers get.
That's right. That's right. Rangers get 3. Yeah, so you get 2 because you're OP apparently.
So I will say deception. So, or no, wait. What would be deception? What would that be though?
What would the
That'd be-
deception be?
Yeah.
The fact that you're like constantly hiding and on the run and stuff.
Okay. I like that. That kind of coincides with stealth. I can dig it. And then, man, I almost want to say intimidation just because I am not going to be scary looking, but. Acrobatics would be good too, just because I'm like in trees and shit. But I think survival.
Or athletics, like you said, because you're constantly on the run.
Yeah, I want to say athletics, but nature would be pretty good, just because I'm out in the wilderness as it is.
It makes sense to me, man.
Okay, so those are my 2.
Awesome. Go ahead and pick a. Apparently, you pick a tool set, and whenever you use that tool set, you have a proficiency with them. So you may
So,
pick one tool.
I looked up Rangers, and they don't use tools at all.
Well, they don't have a proficiency for them, but your background can give you one.
Okay.
So you're allowed. So you're allowed. I'm letting you choose. No one has lock picks. No one's picked any lock picks yet. So
I do have those. I have because I got the thieves kit.
well, if you want to, under tool proficiencies, you can just take a proficiency in lock picks. Tool proficiencies is on your character sheet. It's right above other proficiencies and languages in the top left-hand corner. Okay.
So I'll say what thieves tools.
Sure, that's fine.
I found this one.
And maybe I should do like my. I don't know why me and my dad are on the. I don't know. Like what my father did to make us on the run so much. I don't know.
Maybe it's
Just
his
that
very
story to
existence.
Yeah, maybe he's actually evil and my mother was seduced. I don't know.
Yep, that's what happened to my mom.
We'll figure it out.
All Ross.
I was looking through what you sent me.
Yep.
So I'm gonna change. I'm gonna have to change something then. But like weapon wise, because I'm gonna change to their preferred weapon, or like they are accompanied with like favorite weapons.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pick the Dark Six. Pick the Fury because I see like liberation under it.
Okay.
So I was thinking, I saw that and I thought like liberation from like I understand it's like accompanied with hatred and madness, or with, like passion, like
It's the dark side of the
from,
force.
Like, yeah, liberated from like persecution, and then like passion, as in like how passionate I am about who I am.
Right.
And then I would change my short sword to a rapier.
You're gonna do so good, no one.
That makes sense to me.
Oh, dude, take it easy, Nolan. You got this.
Hey, no one, thank you for hanging out, man.
Thanks, man.
Oh, he didn't say he's leaving. He's
No,
just saying he just remembered.
Awkward.
Wow, quit trying to get rid of him, man, guys. So which deity did you choose? I'm sorry, the circle,
The Fury.
the Fury. What
Yes.
the Fury?
And that's okay, but that's the one thing is, so I know we haven't gotten to alignment yet, but this says like the Fury is neutral evil deity, but also like half elves, like I saw in the description, like they're chaotic, so I don't know if that plays into like chaotic evil, or like it would just be like I align with the deity.
You align with whatever you want to align as, but you have to explain how you fit with that deity.
Okay, and I know I guess not there yet.
Wait, why do I not see the Fury?
It's under Eberron.
Yeah, it's Eberron Pantheon.
Oh, it's under the Eberron Pantheon? Okay.
So I've decided I am going to be.
What Tim, you started to say something, you stopped.
Wait, did you not hear me?
No, you cut out.
Oh, I have decided I'm going.
Oh my god.
gosh.
Tim.
I think he does it on purpose now.
I think he just mutes it just to fuck with us.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to talk in the sentence.
Oh my god.
This is dumb.
Alright, guys, here's the really important part. It's
Okay. Is it still?
Oh my.
Oh my god, Tim.
All right, so it's under Eberron. It's called the Fury.
Yeah, it's the Fury is part of the Dark Six, and it's under the Pantheon of Eberron.
I see the Eberron.
Then go to the Dark Six.
The world, the gods of sovereign host. Wait, is there like deities of Forgotten Realms?
Zach, you've got the Twitch board up on stream.
Extra
Oh, my bad, guys. Sorry. There, how's that? Better?
Can you guys? Am I still cutting out?
Thanks,
Still
Zach.
bad?
Thanks, Zach. You don't like my company. I love your company.
Thanks, Nolan. Thank you for the host, dude.
Thank you for the host.
Thanks for the host.
Sorry,
Can you guys? Is it still cutting out? No. Yes,
I
no?
look.
No, we're good.
I
Okay.
I Google searched Eberron, like Eberron deities, because I couldn't link to Eberron and there was nothing under it.
So, I'm gonna be chaotic good.
What a coincidence.
that's exactly what you are in real life. The Dark Six.
I think my bio leads me to chaotic good.
I don't even see it under here. Oh, they're a variant sex. Hang on. Eberron the Fury deity. I just want to read more about it. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm not like.
They just have it in a table set up here that I read, and then they had like a short one-sentence description of her.
The Fury, the sovereign of rage and ruin. The Fury represents passion driven to extremes, seen in her conception at the rape of Orawe by the Devourer, who is the Fury's father and Orawe's brother. I'm not pronouncing that right. A patron to any who let their passions drive their motivations, she watches over barbarians everywhere as well as artisans, craftsmen, and bards.
Oh,
Craftsmen.
Where's that?
A number of intelligent monstrous races worship. That may not be the one for you.
No,
but I don't know.
Fine. I'm trying to
Here, I'm sending you.
Okay. I don't see any of that.
I just looked up Eberron the Fury deity.
That is a terrifying logo.
Right?
Yeah.
That would be
Dude,
shocking for a paladin.
I can't open any links in this chat. I don't know why.
Is it set that he can open links? Is he set to moderator?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just can't, I click on it and it doesn't do anything.
Where's the deities in the book at?
In the book? Well, if you go to the front called the index, you can find in the index, or it'll tell you where there's a, yeah. It's one of the appendixes. 293, Gods of the Multiverse. Yeah, here we go. And actually, I'm pretty sure Eberron's in here. Yep. The Fury, goddess of wrath and madness. Winged worm with a woman's head and an upper body. War and neutral evil.
This sentence: paladins are held to a higher standard in D&D 3rd edition.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, let's do this. Keep your deities to the Forgotten Realms.
Forgotten Realms?
Yeah, because we're going to be playing in the Forgotten Realms a lot.
Fuck.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Trevor, did I screw that for you?
Yeah, it's okay.
So wait, what was my backstory again? Oh fuck, I just had it.
Your dad's a tiefling. Your mom is a demon slut.
Holy woman. Demon slut. Okay.
She liked the pokey dick.
Okay. Me and my dad stayed on the run, right?
Yeah, your dad and you have been on the run because they are. He is hunted down by the church.
Is after us, for a mystery reason that I don't know yet. Okay. Good. I just wanted to type that in my bio so I don't forget.
No, you're good.
Thank you.
The map on the screen is not an aesthetic. This is Barovia. Barovia.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Is home to a very powerful vampire named Baron. Shit, I'm not gonna be able to remember his goddamn name. It's Baron Strahd von Zorora. Let's rewind that back. Let's bring it all back. Baron Strahd von Zorovich. And so fun fact, the Curse of Strahd is an old adventure that not Wizards of the Coast, but Dungeons and Dragons put out forever ago. And then recently it's a very loved adventure. They recently redid it, and that's what we're going to be playing through probably for the first 10 levels or thereabouts. It's rated for levels 1 to 10, which you can always jump it up, but yeah. Are you serious? He got an ad right as I said it, which I'm not sure if he's trolling me or not. It's home to Baron Strahd von Zorovich. Yeah, see, I've got it now. I'm not going to screw it up. And we are going to be hunting him down because he is terrorizing the countryside, stealing people and drinking their blood.
What an asshole.
And there's lots of stuff. There's lots of little side adventures and stuff too. I read a book series that featured him as the villain, and in this realm, and it was really good. It was okay, actually. The writing was pretty poor. Yeah. So, it sounds like we've got everyone's background on some level. Zach Melee.
I'll figure out something
Yeah.
and I'll run it by you.
That's right. We can keep it up in chat when we go to play in 2 weeks.
I'll have it all sorted out.
We'll have it all sorted out, and we'll go over again everyone's stuff. Again, just to tell everyone again, Zach Melee is a half-elf paladin by the name of... Oh, we got to update with the names, Trevor.
Yeah.
Sorry, let me bring up the name here for a second.
Alros.
Alros. Alros or Alros? Doesn't matter.
Alros.
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 Alros. Tim
Bird.
is a dragonborn fighter named Dante. Trey is a tiefling ranger named Laziel the Reverent. I love that. And Trevor is our dark elf warlock, our drow warlock named Valor. And I, of course, am your humble game master. And real quick before we go, guys, I want to say 2 things. One, I'm super excited to be playing this with you guys. I'm so excited to share something that I love so much, like D&D, with you guys.
Dude, I'm like half tempted to like draw my character right now. Kind
A lot of people do that. A lot of people will like draw their parties up or paint their parties and stuff.
Stick figures, all I can.
The second thing I want to do with you for you guys.
I'm sure you can commission someone with your Bitcoins, Tim.
There you go.
Is to read you a little introduction from the adventure we're going to be playing, and after that we're going to cut right out. So everyone, on this, I'm Zach the Ogre. Thank you for watching. Guys, why don't you say bye?
Bye, guys.
Hang on, I gotta reconnect.
Oh, hang on, I just gotta reconnect.
So,
Gotta reconnect,
two
and I'll
weeks
wave
from
bye.
today, then, correct?
Yeah, 2 weeks from today, 8 o'clock, we'll be starting our adventure.
Mark your calendars.
In
December
Barovia.
17th.
That's right.
But in the meantime,
You want me to refresh reconnect it, Trey?
I did, I think. Yeah, I did. I reconnected. Maybe.
Oh, it's not having it this time.
Fine, whatever. Bye.
But we'll be back tomorrow with games and stuff. So
Yeah, we will be back online tomorrow with games and stuff. But right now, I'm gonna leave you guys with this little bit of set piecing, and there you go. Have a good night. But here you go. Under raging storm clouds, a lone figure stands silhouetted against the ancient walls of Castle Ravenloft. The vampire Count Strahd von Zarovich stares down a sheer cliff at the village below. A cold, bitter wind spins dead leaves about him, billowing his cape in the darkness. Lightning splits the clouds overhead, casting stark white light across him. Strahd turns to the sky, revealing the angular muscles of his face and hands. He has a look of power and of madness. His once handsome face is contorted by a tragedy darker than the night itself. Rumbling thunder pounds the castle's spires. The wind's howling increases as Strahd turns his gaze back to the village. Far below, yet not beyond his ken, a party of adventurers has just entered his domain. Strahd's face forms a twisted smile as his dark plan unfolds. Who knew they were coming? And he knows why they have come. All according to his plan. He, the master of Ravenloft, will attend to them. Another lightning flash rips through the darkness, its thunder echoing through the castle's towers. But Strahd is gone. Only the howling of the wind, or perhaps a lone wolf, fills the midnight air. The master of Ravenloft is having guests for dinner, and you are invited. We'll see you guys next week, or in 2 weeks, I'm sorry. 2 weeks at 8 o'clock on Sunday. Take it easy.
see you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.